Chapter 1. A Small World. In a cozy coral reef and clear water with fresh airy serpentines, amid the vibrant colors of the ocean, lived a little fish named Finley. Finley was a bright blue fish with a golden stripe along his back, and he loved swimming among the coral, playing hide-and-seek with his friends. The reef was his whole world, a place of safety and comfort where he knew every nook and cranny. Finley's friends included Shelley the shy seahorse, Ollie the playful octopus, and Bubbles the cheerful clownfish. Together, they spent their days exploring the coral forest, playing games, and listening to the wise stories of old Grandfather Turtle, who had seen more of the ocean than anyone else in the reef. One sunny morning, as Finley and his friends were playing near the edge of the reef, they saw a huge shadow pass overhead. They quickly darted into a nearby crevice, their hearts pounding. When the shadow had passed, they cautiously emerged and saw a large, majestic fish gliding through the water. "Who is that?" Finley whispered, his eyes wide with awe. "That's Bella, the big blue marlin," Bubbles explained. "She travels all over the ocean, far beyond our reef." "Beyond our reef?" Finley echoed. "What's out there?" "Lots of things," Ollie said, his tentacles swirling with excitement. "Open waters, strange creatures, and adventures. But it's also dangerous." Finley's curiosity was piqued. That night, as he lay in his cozy coral bed, he couldn't stop thinking about the vast ocean beyond the reef. What wonders and mysteries lay out there? He had always been content in his small world, but now he yearned to see more. Chapter 2. The Decision. Days turned into weeks, and Finley's curiosity about the big ocean grew stronger. He often found himself gazing out at the open water, wondering what it would be like to explore it. His friends noticed his distraction. "Finley, what's on your mind?" Shelley asked one day, her gentle eyes full of concern. "I've been thinking about the ocean beyond our reef," Finley admitted. "I want to see what's out there." Ollie's eyes widened. "Are you serious? It's dangerous out there, Finley. There are big fish and strange creatures." "I know," Finley said, "but I can't stop wondering about it. I want to see the world beyond our little reef." Bubbles swam closer, her bright orange stripes gleaming. "We'll miss you if you go, but we understand. Just promise you'll be careful." "I promise," Finley said, touched by his friend's support. "I'll come back and tell you all about my adventures." That night, Finley shared his decision with old Grandfather Turtle. The wise old turtle nodded slowly, his eyes filled with understanding. "The ocean is a vast and wondrous place," he said. "You'll see many amazing things, but you must also be cautious. Remember the lessons you've learned here in the reef, and always trust your instincts." With Grandfather Turtle's words echoing in his mind, Finley felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. The next morning, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the water, he bid farewell to his friends and set off towards the open ocean. Chapter 3. A New Friend. As Finley swam through the post-storm ocean, he noticed a small, green sea turtle struggling to free itself from a tangled mass of seaweed and plastic. Without hesitation, Finley swam over to help. "Hold still," Finley said gently as he carefully untangled the turtle. "There you go. Are you okay?" The turtle, who looked relieved, nodded. "Thank you so much. My name is Tessa. I got caught in that mess during the storm." "I'm Finley," he replied. "I'm glad I could help. Are you far from home?" Tessa shook her head. "I was just exploring the area. I'm still learning my way around the ocean." The two new friends decided to travel together for a while. Tessa was curious and adventurous, much like Finley, and they quickly bonded over their shared love of exploration. As they journeyed together, Finley and Tessa encountered many more wonders. They discovered an underwater cave filled with glowing crystals, swam alongside a graceful manta ray, and even witnessed a school of fish performing an intricate dance that looked like a living tapestry. Chapter 4. The Big Encounter. One day, as Finley and Tessa were exploring a particularly deep part of the ocean, they noticed a massive shadow moving in the distance. Finley's heart raced as he recognized the silhouette of a great white shark. "Stay close to me," Finley whispered to Tessa, trying to remain calm. The shark, noticing their presence, swam closer. Finley and Tessa braced themselves, ready to flee if necessary. But to their surprise, the shark stopped a short distance away and regarded them with curious eyes. "Hello there," the shark said in a deep, rumbling voice. "I'm not here to harm you. My name is Gregor." Finley and Tessa exchanged surprised glances. "Hello, Gregor. I'm Finley, and this is Tessa. We're just exploring the ocean." Gregor nodded. "I understand. It's a big, fascinating place. I've seen much of it in my travels. If you'd like, I can show you some of the hidden wonders of the deep." Finley and Tessa hesitated for a moment, but Gregor's kind demeanor put them at ease. They agreed to accompany him, and Gregor led them on an unforgettable journey through the depths of the ocean. They visited an ancient shipwreck, where colorful fish darted in and out of the decaying wood. They explored thermal vents that spewed warm water into the cold ocean, creating a unique and vibrant ecosystem. Gregor even introduced them to a friendly giant squid who shared stories of the deep sea. Chapter 5. Return to the reef. After several weeks of incredible adventures, Finley began to feel a longing for home. He missed his friends and the familiar comforts of the coral reef. He shared his feelings with Tessa and Gregor. "I think it's time for me to go back to my reef," Finley said. "I've seen so much and learned so many things, but I miss my home." Tessa nodded. "I understand, Finley. I've loved exploring with you, and I've learned so much. I think I'll continue my journey for a bit longer." Gregor smiled. "It's always good to return home with stories to share. I'll guide you back to your reef, Finley." With Gregor leading the way, Finley made the journey back to his coral reef. As they approached, the familiar colors and shapes filled Finley's heart with warmth and happiness. He couldn't wait to see his friends and tell them all about his adventures. When they arrived at the reef, Finley's friends were overjoyed to see him. Shelley, Ollie, and Bubbles swam around him excitedly, asking questions and listening eagerly as Finley recounted his journey. Chapter 6. Lessons learned. As the days passed, Finley settled back into life at the reef. He shared his stories with anyone who would listen, and his friends marveled at the incredible sights he had seen. Finley had grown more confident and wise from his experiences, and he often shared the lessons he had learned. He told them about the importance of curiosity and exploration, but also about the need for caution and preparedness. He spoke of the kindness of strangers and the value of helping others, as he had helped Tessa. And he shared the lesson that even the biggest, most intimidating creatures, like Gregor, could be kind and helpful. Old Grandfather Turtle listened to Finley's stories with a proud smile. "You've learned much, young Finley. The ocean is vast and full of wonders, but it's the friendships and connections we make that truly enrich our lives." Finley nodded, feeling grateful for the experiences he had gained and the friends he had made. He knew that the ocean was always there, waiting for more adventures, but for now, he was content in his home, surrounded by those he loved. Epilogue. A new beginning. Years passed, and Finley grew into a wise and respected member of the reef community. He often led young fish on small excursions, teaching them about the wonders and dangers of the ocean, just as he had learned. One day, as Finley was sharing stories with a group of young fish, he noticed a familiar face approaching. It was Tessa, now a fully grown sea turtle, with a group of young turtles following her. "Hello, Finley," Tessa said, smiling warmly. "I've come to visit and share stories of my own adventures." Finley's heart swelled with joy. "Welcome, Tessa. I can't wait to hear all about them." As the sun set over the reef, casting a golden glow over the water, Finley and Tessa shared their stories with the next generation of explorers. The reef buzzed with excitement and wonder, and Finley knew that the spirit of adventure would continue to thrive in the hearts of his friends and their families. And so, the little fish who had once been curious about the big ocean found his place in the world, full of stories, wisdom, and a deep appreciation for the wonders of the sea.